Let's talk about a word that so many of us really wrestle with: forgiveness. We tend to think of it as something we do for other people, right? Like we're pardoning them, we're letting them off the hook. But what if that's not the point at all? What if its real power isn't about setting someone else free, but about liberating ourselves? Today, we're digging into why forgiveness is maybe the ultimate act of self-care.
So just chew on this for a second. What if forgiveness has absolutely nothing to do with the other person? Seriously, what if it's a tool that's meant for you, a way for you to take back your own mental energy, your own well-being? That's the huge idea we're going to unpack right now.
And this just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? It's a total shift in perspective. On the one hand, you've got what we're all taught, that forgiveness is about pardoning others, a gift you give to them. But what it really is so much more powerful. It's about freeing yourself, reclaiming your power over your own emotions, and giving a gift of peace to yourself. So here's the absolute heart of it. Forgiveness, at its core, is just an internal agreement. It's a deal you make with yourself. It's that simple, but really profound, decision to just stop processing a past event like it's a problem that's happening right now. It's not about getting amnesia. It's about choosing to stop feeding it your precious mental energy. Now, to really understand how this works, we've got to introduce this really important idea. Let's call it the avatar of resentment. This is the name for that negative little thought form, that mental character we create about someone after we feel like they've wronged us. And believe me, it has way more power over our lives than we think. So what is this avatar exactly? Well, think of it like a little mental voodoo doll. It's not the actual person. It's a construct, an embodiment of your hurt and your anger. You create this character in your mind, and then you use it to judge everything they do from that point on. It's basically a ghost from the past that you're keeping on life support in the present.
And here's the playbook for how we build this thing. It's almost automatic. First, some event happens, and it makes you angry. Bam. Step 2, you create the avatar, and you slap a label on that person. Inconsiderate, selfish, whatever it is. But step 3, that's where the real danger is. You start feeding it. Had a bad day at work? You find a way to blame them. Stuck in traffic? Suddenly your bad mood is their fault. Before you know it, this little monster you created is calling the shots.
And that is the real trap, right there. This thought form, this avatar, it becomes its own entity. It just eats up your mental energy, it colors all your current experiences, and it starts to feel even more real than the actual person or what originally happened. You end up lugging this heavy and visible backpack full of old grudges everywhere you go. All right, let's make this super concrete. We're going to walk through an example to see how this thing snowballs. Let's imagine a really minor disagreement with a coworker on a Friday afternoon. Seems like no big deal, right? Well, it's actually the perfect breeding ground for an avatar. So instead of leaving that little conflict at the office, you pack it up and take it home with you. And all weekend long, that resentment just simmers. It poisons your free time. Every time you even think about work, that little avatar of your coworker pops into your head and you start reliving the frustration all over again. So by the time Monday morning rolls around, you're already tense, you're on edge, you haven't even seen the real person yet, but that avatar you've been feeding and nurturing all weekend has you totally primed for a fight. Your body is already pumping out stress hormones, just waiting for something to go wrong. And then it happens. They walk in. Maybe they feel bad about Friday, maybe they want to clear the air. They offer a friendly smile and a simple good morning. But you're not reacting to them, you're reacting to their avatar. So what do they get? A glare, a cold shoulder. You've just escalated the whole situation based on a ghost that only exists in your head. And here's the real kicker. Your reaction, which was fueled by your own resentment, now gives them a perfectly good reason to be upset with you. See how that works? Your refusal to let go has just created a brand new conflict. And now they might start building their own avatar of you. And that destructive cycle just keeps on spinning. Okay, so that vicious cycle we just saw, where resentment just creates more resentment, that's what we have to break. So how in the world do we do that? We learn the art of letting go. This is about making a conscious choice to dismantle that avatar and to take back the controls of your own inner world. So let's look at the key principles here. And notice every single one of them is about you. It's an internal agreement with yourself. It separates the actual person from their one specific action, because a whole community of moments shapes a person, not just one. And this is crucial. It doesn't require them to apologize. It doesn't even require them to know you've done it. This whole act just frees you up to think clearly again.
Okay, this is so important to get right. Forgiving is about releasing your emotional attachment to what happened. It is not about pretending it never happened or forgetting. It's about finding your inner balance and protecting your own well-being. And let me be clear, it is absolutely not condoning bad behavior. And it is a sign of incredible strength, not weakness.
So what's the big payoff here? What does life actually look and feel like when you stop letting these avatars run the show? Well, it's not just about feeling a little less angry. It's about reclaiming a massive amount of mental real estate that was being taken up by old grudges. You free yourself up to actually focus on your life, right here, right now.
Here's the critical mind shift you have to make. When you blame other people for how you feel, you're literally giving your power away. You're powerless, just waiting for them to change. But when you take responsibility for your own feelings about what happened, not for the event itself, but for your feelings, you take all that power back. Because at the end of the day, there's only one person you can ever truly control, and that's you. Think about it like this. You are in the driver's seat of your own car. If you're acting like a passenger, letting past hurts and resentments and all those little avatars do the steering, well, you're just going to end up wherever they decide to take you. Forgiveness is you grabbing the wheel and deciding on your own destination. I just love this quote because it completely reframes everything. It shifts the focus away from victimhood and straight into personal power. Your life story isn't defined by the things that happen to you. It's defined by how you choose to respond, how you navigate the tough stuff. That's your real story.
And really, that brings us to the most important point. Forgiveness isn't some big, abstract moral thing. It's a practical, powerful tool for your own mental health. It's literally the key to your own freedom. It's for you. So think about it. Think about those resentments you're carrying around, those thought forms that are draining your energy. Whose avatar are you ready to delete?